We've once again decided to dive into the mind of Mary Lou, and after the last time, we're not exactly sure what to expect.
It's not that we didn't love it. We did. It's just that my soul hasn't yet recovered from the Queen of Darkness. That was Adelina.
But hey, Warcross is based on a futuristic gaming society. It has a bright and colorful cover, so how dark can it be?
Amika Chen has been living on the edge of destitution since her father died a few years ago. She tried living in a children's home, but then ran away to try and make it on her own.
Up until now, she's been surviving, getting work at a diner, and supplementing her salary with work as a bounty hunter. But when her last bounty is a bust, it spells the end of her living with a roof over her head.
Amika's world is basically the same as the world as we know it, but with one major difference, and that difference is Warcross. Warcross changed the world a few years back, and nothing has been the same since.
Warcross is the be-all and end-all of virtual reality. Instead of using software and making it compute what reality looks like, Warcross links with your brain and lets it fill in the pieces.
The result is seamless virtual reality, and all it requires is a pair of glasses for you to access this whole new virtual world.
And these glasses allow you to do a whole lot more than just play games on them. They've become integral to everyday life. They act as translators for people who speak different languages. There are virtual ads on buildings. There are virtual shops where you can try on items. You can have virtual pets. There are no limits to the things that you can do with these glasses and how they've changed modern life, all of which seem very realistic.
And then there is Warcross. Warcross is the game that everyone plays as a result of the glasses. It's like a video game version of Capture the Flag, where the goal is to work as a team to get various power-ups, and then eventually you snag the other team's token.
Fun fact, before her career as a best-selling author, Mary Lou used to do art design for video games. So she's just uber talented.
But that means that her level designs are insane. Giant wolves coming out of ice, ancient ruins, robot juggernauts, just insane things that would make me cry with happiness if I ever got to play in a virtual world. I want to play this game. Can we just start like a GoFundMe page and get Mary Lou to design a VR Warcross? I guarantee you it would make a shit ton of money.
With the prospect of losing her shitty apartment, Amika decides to do something desperate and steal a rare power-up during the Warcross Championships. Exploiting a previously unknown security flaw, she does manage to get the item, but she glitches herself into the game, making herself visible to people across the world.
Instead of being punished for this, Amika is asked to participate in the championship while she hunts for someone dubbed Zero, who's been screwing with the Warcross code and is threatening to steal the privacy of all who participate in Warcross.
Even better, she gets to work closely with young, boy genius billionaire Hideo Tanaka, someone who she's had a fan crush on since she was younger, and it looks like he might be interested in her too.
Warcross gets your attention from page 1. You don't have to wade through about 50 pages or so to get into the swing of things. It's subtle, but it keeps you hooked.
It's got all the opening majesty of Neuromancer, but without the convoluted language. Not that there's anything wrong with Neuromancer.
There is a lot to admire about Amika. She's smart and resourceful. She's taught herself the code, and she's very quick at pointing out errors that other people miss. Amika is generally good and only really resorts to stealing when it's between her and the streets.
Amika is also a good Warcross player. While she doesn't have her exploits recorded on her account, she has logged considerable amounts of time playing the game. She fits in well on her Warcross championship team.
The way Warcross champion leagues run is very similar to the way that League of Legends games run. You have teams who live in the same house together and train during the competition.
Amika's team consists of arrogant DJ Ren, who's the antagonist for most of the book, and then there's Roshan, Hammy, and Asher, a diverse cast of characters in both nationality and able-bodiedness.
I liked Asher, Hammy, and Roshan. They each have their own personalities, and I'm sad that they barely got explored. Amika spent most of her time doing her spy thing for Hideo, so they got little time in the spotlight.
There is hope that we will get to know them more in the next book, as they did help out Amika a lot in the climax.
As for the other character that we really get to know, Hideo, he sounds pretty cool. He's hot, discerning, brilliant, hot, slightly tortured, hot. He's the perfect YA boyfriend.
We get to know Hideo better than we do the rest of the Warcross team, but he and Amika have a tiny bit of insta-love going on. They're not like throwing themselves at each other, declaring that they're each other's one and only, but you could say that they've got a lot of interest in each other very quickly.
One of the best parts of Warcross is the secret hacker underworld that exists in Warcross. Like the deep web, you can only access it if you know where to look.
Amika is a good enough hacker that she does have access to the underworld and the black market. Warcross did not disappoint us. In terms of plot and setting, it was everything we ever hoped it would be. Sure, the side characters didn't get fleshed out as well as we would have liked, but you can't have everything.
Warcross is a great mashup of all those popular virtual reality sci-fis that have been floating around for years, but applied to modern life.
.hack/sign, Sword Art Online, Neuromancer, Itaru, 1984, League of Legends, the Dark Web, and a whole lot of other elements are combined in the story to make up a brand new realistic sci-fi world that's fun to play in. And it would make a kick-ass movie if you got either the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World or The Kingsman to direct it.
You won't be sorry about the ending, and you won't be sorry about giving Mary Lou your time once more.
Warcross is the start of a series that we are excited to keep reading. If you love sci-fi, anime, or dystopia, this book should be on the top of your fall reads list.